Hi guys, Esther here from Esther-Astro-Healing. Thank you for your time, for tuning to my channel. From the title of my video, you can see this video have a specific, I wouldn't say agenda, it has a mission. Then hopefully other astrologers, by using this information, especially those of you who already did chart for Vladimir Putin, and 99% of you did absolutely with wrong information. First of all, I recommend for you, you can use the link below this video. My first video I create about Vladimir Putin, where I explain in depth where I get this information, who is the woman who wrote the book about Vladimir Putin. She's a very famous and trustworthy war criminal writer. She actually put her life in danger to go to meet Putin's real mother, who at the time used to live in Georgia. She was 95 years old. She's supposed to go meet Putin along with Artem Borovik. Any of you who follow Russian politics and those of you who are Russian speaking, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Artem Borovik was one of the fearless, the greatest writers Russia had for in 90s and beginning of 2020s. He was killed by actually flying the helicopter, and he's supposed to go to meet Putin's mother a week prior. And he was one of the writers who was really trying to bring a lot of information about Putin, especially when Putin just came. Absolutely unknowing guy to many, and he was learning a lot of things and found a lot of things about Putin. Now I'm kind of upset because I have to tell you guys, we as astrologers have such a high level of responsibility when we provide information to people, and how we, especially I'm referring to few Russian astrologers who I was sent by some of my students, who literally glamorize Putin and using wrong information. And I'm almost sure some of you have heard about this book and know the real information, and it's just showing me. I'm not going to tell the name of astrologers, but I really hope those of you guys who listen to my video, you will send this information to those astrologers who you knew or know actually create the video about his natal chart, and you can provide this information. This video is going to be short. I'm going to again refer to few very, very important things actually appear in his birth chart. And just for us to understand who we're dealing with, I feel we live in time right now where each of us have a great level of responsibility of any information we share, because we can see how easily people can be influenced and affect the mind and the critical thinking. It's extremely important right now, like never. It's really important each of us will educate ourselves and try to understand and to learn what you really think, not just information you gain. So I'm gonna introduce to you again few things about his chart. So perhaps you guys, even you don't know much astrology, you will understand what I'm referring to. Okay. Um, what's happening right now? You know, we have in Hebrew we call lashon hara, evil speech. It says in Zohar the 97% of people die from evil speech, lashon hara and ayin ra, and evil eye. And why I mention this? Look what's happened in the world. What's happened? How nations been poisoned against each other, and how Russian nation been really put in a position, been poisoned for the last 15 to 20 years, and by men who's really, I wouldn't even put him to be shepherd of my pigs. Okay, this is how bad it is. So I'm going to show you right now a couple things about his chart. Then you will be your own judge and you will understand more what I'm referring to. Now, before I will continue to the main point, what I want again to bring to attention about his chart, I'm going to show you first simple way, because sometimes it's hard to see in the wheel. So I want you to pay attention to Pluto. Pluto almost 26 degree in Cancer, and then we have a moon 23 degree in Cancer. Okay, just to keep this in mind. And another thing I want to show you, it's Mars in Scorpio in 14 degrees. Okay, only those 3 points I want kind of to bring to attention, or perhaps Venus in Virgo almost in 10 degree. But mainly just keep in mind about the Pluto and about his moon in natal chart. Okay, now you can see here I'm pointing with my arrow. We have a Pluto and moon, which is in Cancer. It's in almost in perfect conjunction. It's have only 2 degrees, difference to be conjunct. Now, what it's mean and why it's extremely important for all of you to understand who we're dealing with. I had a really went to some ancient books and try to bring more information about this type of combination, what ancients used to say, and why this combination, if somebody used to have this type of combination, it's almost called metzora to your soul. It's like you have a disease in your soul. And those people even not supposed to, if there's another combination there because of his Mars, how it's aspect all of this, and as well about his Venus, these people could not serve in Holy Temple. And let's really understand what really when Moon conjunct Pluto, especially in Cancer. What is the Cancer? What is the Moon represent Cancer? And you will think, it's good when Moon inside of Cancer in his own house. I mean, in his own, with his own planet, with his own sign. But no, it's actually become even more intense. But it's not even about that. Even though it's in the house of Cancer, I mean, in a sign of Cancer, it does not touch Cancer. It's touch mouth of Leo, which is one of the most negative degrees of the old zodiac system, which is I'm going to show you as well where I'm referring to. But one thing I want us just to understand, what is really Moon conjunct Pluto in natal chart? It creates very intense, dramatic, emotional view of life. Okay. Those people feel things so deeply that sometimes it's hard to control how they can react to certain situation. They can be unpredictable even to themselves. It's experience extremes like a dark moods, tendency towards serious dark thoughts, emotions, and reactions to very strong influence and power of intuition and influence to other people. Those people have a dreams, visions, and they have a psychic abilities and psychic impressions, often extremely vivid to even profound. And they so manipulative from inside, from the essence, then even on subconscious level, they using the intuition, everything just to control and to manipulate people. And don't forget what is the Pluto, right? Pluto extremely important planet. When Pluto actually in a positive aspect, it can help you with wealth even, right? And it's understand you can, Pluto is definitely dark energies. It's like all or nothing. But again, Pluto represent other people money, and it's represent, according to ancients, great wealth. So this Putin, one of the richest people, but by stealing other people money. I'm going to repeat. He has a lot of money because Pluto definitely helping him by stealing by stealing other people money. Okay. It's so have such a level of control and so much fear, then many times they don't even show in their own identity. Okay. Now they have, while they can be in such a dark mood, they can use even objects just to throw away. They have a lot of thoughts and fear to kill. And what, by the way, Pluto represent? Pluto represent atom energy, atom bomb. You understand? And it's become overwhelmed by paranoia. Okay, it believes then other are trying to control them. This is kind of paranoia they have. When they lie, they actually start to believe in their own lies. They almost lose, they can even convince them then the mother who gave them birth, it's not really real mother. You understand? There's a reason why ancients was very careful. If these people get power, I'm telling you guys, it's a bad news. It's a bad news for the country. I'm really reaching out to Russian people. You guys been so lied and manipulated by this man. I really hope, if there's anything left for you to hear beside the manipulation of, I can hear few Russian astrologers. Because he knows astrology. He loves all the mystical, esoteric power. By the way, one of the reasons he put almost beside his office on the same floor, they had rabbi, you know, rabbis, who head of the Jewish nation in Russia. He's actually in the main floor with him, and he used to consult. I don't know if he's continued, but he used to consult a lot of things with him. Why do you think it's that? Why do you think Balak and Bilam, if you know Old Testimony, why do you think they wanted to study Torah? Why they wanted to understand what the power Israelites have? Because this is the only way how to control, by study the light. You understand? Very, very important. And it's emotional manipulation. By the way, the home he came from, please listen to my first video. He came from a lot of pain, but it's not justifying. This guy cannot be, anyway, he's already, it is what it is, a lot of damage already done. I understand at the same time, we can't just connect to 1%. He came with certain mission. The light would never let anyone to be head of the country without the consciousness of the people of the country. So the Russian people need to ask themselves why you have this leader, why Russia, it was the only really country we know used to have a slavery law, which enslaved their own people. I really hope for Russian people because there's a lot of goodness was in Russia, and I'm sure it's still, but there's so much poison, so much. It's almost like you have a black magician right now head of your country. I want you guys to be scary to understand who is actually ruling your country. It's not good news for you. You understand? Not good news for you at all, for many people. So you need to wake up and to, God willing, to take control of your own country. And the other astrologers who glamorize him, I hope they will take responsibility. I almost feel, I don't know, so I only can, use my intuition, then they as well been paid by government, because people listen to astrologers. A lot of people, they're good people, but they're weak because they don't use in the critical thinking. And this is one of the biggest, this is the biggest thing right now about the social media and about the whole world, how easy people can be manipulated by listening to other people when they talk evil speech about somebody else. Never listen to anyone. Do your own research. Close your eyes, try to connect to your soul. This is why critical thinking is so important. It's very liberating. You understand? Very, very important. One thing I want to share with you guys, let me see. I never did, this type of sharing before, but I thought for such an important video, I better do. I'm going to show you something about the Cancer direct sky fixed sign, the degrees I mentioned to you, so you will understand what I'm referring to exactly. So you remember we were talking about his moon, right, in Cancer. And you remember we mentioned his moon in 24 degrees and the Pluto in 26 degrees. So between 24 and 27, it's considered bad degrees, one of the really negative degrees. You understand? Look, I'm pointing with my fingers. Now, another thing I want to show you, it's, you see Leo mouth, it says troublemaker. I'm going to go to another place, what the ancients explain, and I'm going to place of Cancer over here. And let's see what it says here. 24 to 26, mystics, merchants. What is the mystics and merchants? The people who know how to sell, mystics, and how to manipulate people. You understand? I really hope I just feel I do have my own level of responsibility to show you guys. Then we're not dealing with the ordinary person who can even feel other people pain. He's so much on mission. He doesn't even care about money. He doesn't have this money anymore. A lot of his money is gone. Yes, he has got gold, which is he cannot use outside, but only within. He lost a lot of money, but now he's up to next level for him. Now he's up to control and to manipulate or by bring fear about atom bomb. Why do you think what's happened to Georgia? What's happened to Chechnya? What's happened to Syria? Do you know how much blood on his hand? Hundreds of thousands of people. And what he did, why not a nobody involved really? Because he used to use the same same expression. I'm gonna use the atom bomb if you guys even go dare to involve. And now world see what it's going. How many people dying now in Ukraine? Forget about what's happening in Ukraine. Ukraine needs to go her own cleansing. And they after it's going to be very liberating for Ukraine. I wish so many people didn't have to die, and children need to have such a harsh experience, and so many people continue dying. But guys, we need in our meditation, our prayers, to send to this man a lot of light and to block the darkness inside of his soul. Because light so powerful. When light will see, then we as a one collective consciousness, putting together our thoughts, our hearts, our prayers, and we were so powerful. This is why it says in Aramaic, Sof Maaseh b'machshava teila. Our thoughts create reality. Our thoughts most powerful because they connect to intention. They connect to Or Chokhmah, to our mission, to our calling. If you in my channel, so you're ready for me, someone who's a critical thinker, who a big soul, who wants to understand things beyond 1%, because we do live in a world of lie, ulam hasheker. And I'm going to use the power of Pesach, of Passover, when we're coming out of slavery, out of our own golden calf, to connect into our real essence. And I'm praying for all of us, then we're going to wake up and we're going to bring final redemption. So please, guys, if you know, you can share this with more people, you can share with other astrologers. Please share. There's so many things I can say about this chart, but it's really not important, because this was the most important thing I want to show you, which is really cover everything else. Okay, I want to wish those of you who celebrate Passover, I want to wish you Chag Sameach. If you guys celebrate other religious holidays and spiritual holidays, I wish you to use this energy, cosmic energy, for personal transformation. And Bezrat Hashem, God willing, we can bring final redemption, Mashiach, and end the pain and suffering. All the best. Bye-bye.